Okay, boys, for the past week, we've been fucking slacking. If you saw the videos, we have not posted in a week. And the main reason is because we're being a little bitch. I don't like making excuses at all. Literally. So it's just that we've been being a little bitch, didn't want to record a video. And I was honestly contemplating like just stopping it and just restarting the whole thing. But then I realized like this is life. You know what I mean? In life can be like a video game where you can level up, right? But you can't switch characters. You can only play with the hand that you've been dealt. So I got a little like epiphany of like what to do. It's like life is like a video game. So today I wanted to talk about the 3 pillars to level up as a man. Okay, basically I was thinking like life is a video game. So where can we level up? There's 3 places as a man that we should be leveling up. Okay, so let's get into it. It's the body, the mind, and the spirit. Okay, so let's start off on this left side of the whiteboard. Okay, so the body, physical strength. You have to be, man must be strong. It's really that simple. Like masculinity is always associated with strength, with power, with dominance, right? And so your body, you have to be strong in your body. So you can't, like, if we're being honest, being fat, being lazy, being like, obese and not wanting to do anything, that's not masculine, right? The man is the one that's putting in the hard work, and that hard work is shown through his body, right? Can be shown through his body. Like when I started, the first place that I've started, and I've seen a lot of people start in their self-improvement journey, was the gym. Why? Because they start to build more confidence in themselves. Because they're able to look in the mirror and see like actual visual proof of the hard work that they're putting in. Because men must be putting in the hard work, right? And so by you putting in the hard work on yourself, right, to build the body, to make yourself stronger, that gives you the confidence to do other things in life. And so, like, if there's one place to ever start off, like in self-improvement and becoming more of a masculine individual, it would be in the body. Because the body is the temple for the mind and the spirit. Like, you can't really work on these things if the temple, if your temple is not good enough. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's the foundation of everything. Your health is the foundation of everything. Your body, you must take care of it. It's honestly, like, it's the most important thing because it's a foundation. Okay, you have to take care of it. So you have to be hitting the gym. Like actionable steps, you have to be hitting the gym. You have to be getting stronger. Your mind will not feel good if you're still like skinny little bitch and you're having these all these overthinking thoughts. Like once you start actually getting healthier, improving the body, making it like like a Greek looking god, right? I'm not saying you gotta be a Greek god, but what I'm saying is that you're constantly putting in the hard work, actually eating healthy, hitting the gym, sleeping good, like avoiding the junk food, avoiding the alcohol. Like those things will destroy your body. And when it destroys your body, the other areas get influenced, right? Like when you start drinking alcohol, you're destroying your body, therefore your mind is not gonna work at peak potential. When you start slacking off and you feel you're in this low energy state, you will not be able to experience the world with your charismatic energy. And so you must be taking care of your body 100%. You 100% need to take care of this. It's not negotiable. It's not negotiable. If you are fat, you must be getting into shape. Like honestly, like with some of my friends that don't, honestly, they don't know what they want in their life. Like their ambition is not there. The first steps for them was always the gym. Like if I want, how do I say this? When I ask them like, we're trying to like dive deep into like our desires and shit like that, they don't really have desires to, make a lot of money or to, get a girl or some shit like that. Their deep desire would, at that current moment, was just to get into shape, really, right? like if they were fat and they're skinny, like 90% of the people I talk to is really not, it's not like their deepest desire to like what's it called, to make a lot of money. It's really just I don't like how I look in the mirror. You know what I mean? I feel lazy as fuck. I don't I have no other ambition. Maybe it's just to just hit the gym, right? And so I truly believe like it all starts here. It all starts in the body. And so like I really want to make more videos on like improving this shit, because it all starts with you, with your temple, and once, yeah, everything starts with you, your temple. And then after you like start building your temple into a very, it's like, how to say this, divine, it's a sacred place. So don't violate it with like alcohol, don't violate it with junk food, don't violate it by not cleaning it up. You know what I mean? You have to take care of it. And then as you take care of it, you can start dishing better things out into the world. And that's where we get into the next part. So once you got your body dialed in, we move on to the mind. The mind, okay? So you gotta be improving your mind. So I have a little stuff here, intelligence. Intelligence. And intelligence, you know, it's kind of like a very, oh, you're smart, you're not smart. You know what I mean? Not necessarily. Like, I like to think about intelligence is that you're constantly learning and you're constantly growing, right? You don't want to be basically making the same mistakes, right? Intelligence is like the same situation, but a different behavior, okay? So that's what we want. We want to constantly be growing and constantly be improving. And so this is where we get into wisdom over knowledge. Okay, what is the difference? What is the difference? Well, knowledge is just information, right? Like I can have knowledge about the Jake Paul fight. I can have knowledge about Donald Trump versus Kamala. I can have knowledge about Mustard and Kendrick Lamar. But that doesn't really, it's not wisdom. Wisdom is the application of knowledge, is the application of information. Okay, so how can we, basically wisdom is how can we apply what we learn is basically what it is. And as you know, men are doers. Men have to be applying. In order to make any progress in life, you must apply what you learn. You must be doing shit, okay? Just consuming knowledge would not get you anywhere. Just knowing something would not get you anywhere. You have to apply what you learn. You have to give out into the world. And therefore, you must be pursuing wisdom instead of knowledge, okay? You must be applying what you know, okay? So there's a lot of information, a lot of knowledge out there that there's no way I can apply it, right? There's no way for me to apply it in this current moment of time. So like it's just useless. It's just noise. A lot of the things is just noise. Like I live in Guam, so for an example, I live in Guam. I can't vote for like president. So me thinking about who's running for president and all of this shit, you know, like, oh yeah, I vote for Kamala, vote for Trump. Like I personally don't give a shit, right? It's just noise. You don't know how many people are like breaking up friend groups or something. They're like bashing each other. They're not talking to each other just because of Trump and Kamala or some shit like that. Like it's out of your control. I can't apply what I know because of this. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things you consume that's not useful. Okay, so like you gotta have to actually be picky in which you consume, which knowledge you consume, because it's just gonna be information. You won't be able to turn it into wisdom by applying it. Okay, so that's the main takeaway. It's like you just have to be applying what you learn. Constantly be learning new things that can help you grow further, that can help you progress towards your purpose, that can help you progress towards whatever goal you wanted to achieve. Okay? Okay, so that's that. Mental toughness is the next part, like mind, mental toughness. Now this is the thing, I kind of like overlapped with like other sub skills like discipline, willpower, and shit like that. So like what I put here, man must be disciplined. Discipline is doing the hard work, especially when he doesn't feel like it. You gotta understand that you must be doing what is required despite what you feel, okay, as a man. Meaning, like, men are like that when people talk about masculinity, they talk about it like it's that immovable rock, right? And I like to think about it like masculinity is immovable rock. He's not changed by outside influences. Like the outside world, the outside influences are all like the sea of ocean, the ocean of change, right? But man is not going to change because of it. He, despite how he feels, despite the outside circumstances, he does what is required. He does what he needs to do. It might suck, right? It might suck. It might, feel bad, but he has to do it. He has to do it in order to make progress towards his God-given purpose. And so this is only, mental toughness is only increased, is only improved through hardships. Like, it literally is the only way. There's no amount of goody feeling things that will help you improve your mental toughness. In order to be tougher, you have to go through the hardships. It's like, in order to grow in the gym, you gotta go through the pain of pushing the weight, right? That's kind of mental tough. Like, if you think about like building muscle, you actually don't build muscle in the gym. Your muscles are actually breaking down. You're breaking down the muscle so that you eat your protein and all of that stuff, so that it can recover and get bigger and stronger. Same thing with toughness, right? You go through a hardship that's really bad, it sucks, right? The dopamine, I guess, would go down, right? It sucks, but then as you return back up to baseline, you actually become a little bit tougher than you were before. And that's kind of how growth is, right? In the moment, it sucks, but after, it goes higher, and the baseline improves from here to there. Okay? So I hope that made sense. I actually could have just drew it over here, but like, who cares? Anyway, that's that. Last thing on the mind thing, and keep in mind, these are just a few things what I could fit on the whiteboard, but like they're very important. And I know there are other like things, like of course there's a billion other things, but these are the things I deemed as important. Okay. So the last thing is decision making. Like, man must be the one making the decision. You have to be the one making the decision for everything in your life, because putting yourself in the position to make the decision already gives you the power. Meaning everything in your life is your choice, right? Do not blame other things. Again, it's like what I said about the immovable rock and outside influences. You cannot blame Kamala and Trump for you not making, the money that you want to make, right? Oh, because inflation. See, I knew it. It's fucking Donald Trump. Like, come on, guys. You have the control. You have to put power in your hands. And that power goes in your hands by being the one making the decision. You are the one making the decision for every single thing in your life. So like your financial situation, your physical health, your connection with God, everything in your life, your relationships, it's all because of you. And just like having that mindset, having that mentality that it all happens because of you, like you're blaming yourself, everything in your life is because of you, that gives you so much power, okay? And so you gotta focus on making good decisions. And this is something that I'm striving to work towards, okay? Even though like I made the bad decision of not recording and shit, we have that dips, highs and lows and shit like that. But we every single day just focus on making better decisions. 1 to 3 good decisions, okay? Every single day. And that will help us, start growing, right? Every decision that we make is important, right? The decision to just watch anime or to actually do the whiteboard video, the decision to go out with your friends and in an environment that could not be good for us, like it has alcohol in it or degenerate shit in there, or to go home and just go to sleep. You know what I mean? There's decisions that we make every single day that will affect your future. Like even the most littlest, I don't know, okay, that's not, the most minor decision can cost you, will cost you in the future. Like from fixing your bed to cleaning your room, okay? So don't negate the importance of decision making. Like if anything, decision making is probably one of the greatest traits of a man. Like, he knows if he has good decision making, he will succeed. Okay, because it all boils down to your decision. You either decide to put in the work, or you decide not to. Okay, so that's very, very, very important. Last thing in this spectrum, and I really like, before I go into the last thing, is like, everything is important. This is where it starts. Like, it starts in the body, but every single pillar that I'm talking about is important. It's like, you know how they say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, it's all interconnected, the Holy Triad. This is like the Holy Triad for yourself, for a man. It's like body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so now we'll dive into the spirit. Okay, so at the top here is presence. You have to be present as a man. A man must live in the present moment, because in the present moment is where he can tap into his God-given powers. Why? Because God resides in the present moment. If the present moment is eternal, God is eternal, God must be residing in the present. Okay? He cannot be in the future or in the past, because he's always here and now. Okay? So you, like, as an individual, if your brain is thinking into the future, you cannot be present. You cannot be in touch with God. You know what I mean? Like, every time I talk about presence, I always see I'm picturing like a little, like a image of, like, like, this is your brain. This is your brain. Your brain, if you're here and now, okay, this is a very bad image, but if you're here and now, the future and the past actually doesn't exist. It is only our mind that creates, quote unquote, future and past. But the only thing that actually does exist, that we can actually do anything in, is here and now. We can't actually do something in the future. The future is just like a projection of the current now. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. I don't know if it's hard to explain, or it's like, if you're getting what I'm saying. But like, what I'm basically saying is, like, you take a deep breath and be here and now. Because when you're here and now, you'll be able to be connected to God. Okay? In the way the Superior Man, it quotes that this is your most valuable asset, because it really is, right? It's basically, what I have here is basically your focused attention. How much you can focus in the right here, right now. Like, there's a saying that what you focus on is what you get. I like to dive deeper into that. Like if you can focus in on something, you will be able, like, it doesn't matter who you are, what you have, like, just your focus in and of itself can cause you to succeed. Like, if you focus on the right things, if you focus on actually improving, you'll make better decisions, you'll be able to actually improve your physical health and all of that shit, because you're focused on actually improving a certain area of your life. So when they say focus, what you focus on is what you get, it's really that powerful. Like, you have to focus on the right things. It's because your focus, your presence is just it's only one way to say it. It's your most valuable asset. I'm trying to have different ways to say things, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to, like, articulate it in different ways to attack it at different angles. But for now, that's the way I'm articulating presence. It's like, it is an asset that you have, that you can put into different things. Like, yes, they say time is your most valuable asset, but presence is basically focusing your time in a specific thing, right? It's focusing your attention into one thing. And the more time you put your attention towards, the more it will, well, yeah. Fuck. Kind of brain farted there. But, you know what I mean? Let's go on to the next point here. Emotional resilience. Okay, so I kind of went over this with, like, mental toughness and decision making. But yeah, man must not give in to his emotions. He must remain in control. He must be that immovable rock. this also ties into how you interact with the world. So I don't think I put it here, but I was supposed to be talking about charisma too. So like how you interact with the world is displayed through the spirit. You know what I mean? Because emotions is in the spiritual realm, right? It's not actually tangible and shit like that. And so knowing how to not only how to regulate your emotions, but how to navigate it, navigate life, navigate your emotions is super powerful. You don't want to suppress it. You don't suppress your emotions. I like to think about your emotions as just knowledge. It's information. I feel this way. What should I do with this? Yeah, exactly. What should I do with this? Wisdom. What should I do with this knowledge? And so you must remain in control, be the one deciding what these emotions do to you. Like, if I feel anxiety, what should I do with this anxiety? Is it helping me, right? Or is it not helping me? And is it showing me that I shouldn't do whatever I'm supposed to be doing? Or is it showing me that I should do it, but I'm scared of something, okay? It's like, how do you take the knowledge of what the emotion is telling you and apply it to your own life so that you can actually succeed, okay? You're making a decision to use the emotions wisely. I don't know if that made sense, okay? Okay, last thing is purposeful. So, purpose, basically. Man must constantly be pursuing his God-given purpose. I say this with every single video I have, but it's because it's so damn important. And I said that with everything, but like, it is so damn important. Like, the only thing man must be pursuing is his God-given purpose. 100% of his life is aligned towards his purpose. You want to be constantly like fulfilling God's plan for you. And like, I like this saying, you're fulfilling God's plan for you, as in like, for everything. Like, God had a plan for how you were, like, you were born in his image. He created you in his image. And so, like, by you not, like, we go back to the body, by you not improving your physical strength, by you not actually developing your body into the temple that he wants of you, you are not pursuing your God-given purpose. You are not fulfilling the genetics. Like, your genetics is basically the plan that he had for you, right? So that's one way I like to look at it. It's like, your genetic potential is basically your God-given potential that God wants you to achieve. But it can only be achieved by you putting in the work, by you actually working towards building that body, by you actually working towards improving your mind and your spirit, okay? By you actually cultivating that internal value, right? You're constantly improving the internal value of yourself, and that's awesome, right? That's what God wants for you. It's like, because when you start cultivating that internal, godly freaking values that you have, you'll be able to produce and create more into the world. And as you produce, as you create, as you start giving to the world, it is a divine action. God wants you to do that shit, okay? And so that is what I have for you guys today. Okay, so it's been a while since I made a video, so I apologize if it wasn't that concise, but I'm really getting back into it. Gonna start producing, continuing to start giving more into the world and helping you guys out. So if you guys want more, want me to answer any questions, leave it down in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later. Deuces.